Capper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Newmarket Racecourse here on Tuesday. It is the 15th of April, 2025. Come look at the stakes action on the program from Newmarket. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action races 2, 3, and 4 from Newmarket. The second race, 225, it is the Feilden Stakes. It's a listed stakes for Class 1 horses going for a $69,000 purse. Race for 3-year-olds here. 8 horses are contesting 1,800 meters or a mile and the eighth on the turf course, on the rolling mile turf course, shall I say. I'm going to take the 7 horse Night Walker as a top selection. We're going to go 7-3-6 in the tri-cash trifecta. 7-3-6 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 7 horse Night Walker. 3-year colt by Frankel here. John Owens, Jonathan Gosden trains. Kieran Schumacher gets them out. It's going to be the first time in the Gosden barn. Was previously trained by Sir Michael Stout and ran on the 12th of October here at Newmarket, yielding ground 1 mile in the Group 3 Autumn Stakes. And he finished third by 4.5 lengths that day. And he was with them early on. He just couldn't get there late. The extra, furlong on the very demanding ground, I think just got to him. I don't think it's the world's toughest race. I do think the Autumn Stakes came up a little bit tough in the fall. Down in class here today against these quality horses, getting an extra furlong. Should really improve to the 3-year campaign. I think he can improve off that run to get the winning check today. He's also drawn well on the inside. He ran 2 back in a main race at Yarmouth, 7 furlongs, 18th of September, and he won by 3/4 length. And he took the shortest way around on the inside. He quickened up nicely down the straightaway, and he got the job done. A very good race from there. And then a Leicester over the 7 back in August in a novice race for Class 4 horses, finishing third by 2.25 lengths that day. He didn't break so well out of the gate, and he was just a little lackadaisical, but he's really improved a lot since then. Refreshing here against these horses. I'm going to take him. I think the 3-horse City of King of Cities for Ryan Moore and Richard Haddon can win also. He's only won once. That was 2 back at Chester with the 7 in a Class 2 novice race. Won by 1.25 lengths that day. From a tracking trip, he really came home clear. Came back to run Newberry in a novice race after that, where he just kind of yielded late, finishing second by 1/4 lengths. Never really getting the good turn of foot, but I think refreshing here against these quality horses. Another horse he should really improve a lot with the longer trip. At 7-1, let's use him on the ticket. But to recap my selections now for the second, the 225 for Newmarket, it's the Feilden Stakes. Going to take the 7 horse Night Walker. Give kudos to the 3-horse King of Cities. 7-3-6 Tri-Cash Trifecta. 7-3 in the multi race. Let's get over to the third. The third race, the 3 o'clock for Newmarket, it is the Group 3 Earl Sefton Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $106,500. Races for 4-year-olds and upwards here. Field of 6 horses going 1,800 meters or a mile and eighth on the rolling mile. Gonna take the 1 horse first. Conquest as a top selection. 156 for me in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 156 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection of 1 horse King of Conquest. Or excuse me, first Conquest here, not King Conquest. First Conquest for gelding here. Charlie Outbeat trains. James Doyle gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently, first of March at Maidan, and the Group 2 Sing Spiel Stakes, and he finished third by 1.75 lengths. The Nation's Pride really freaked that day, took off clear. This horse just kind of stalked and was just a little bit flat. I thought he saw tough competition. I think down in class, back to the UK today, back to Newmarket, where this horse run very well in the past. I think he's going to be in a better spot to win than he was last time out in the Sings Field. That's basically, a preparation for the Dubai Turf. So, he just got beat by better horses that day. He ran 2 back in the Group 3 Dubai Millennium Stakes over the mile and a quarter in late January at Maidan. Won by 1.25 lengths, being Kyra Holmes actually running back this one today for Alice Hames. He really just, this horse kept going, quicking up nicely. Very good run. And then to start off the season off the 7-month bench at Newmarket, at Maidan, 1,800 meters in the lower north handicap. Won by 3.75 lengths that day from a wide trip. He really got the job going away. Like I said, he likes running here. He actually won twice over he won once here in the July Cup meeting in a Class 2 handicap, winning by neck that day. He really came home clear. Very, very good run there. And then he won here last year at the and breaking his maiden here at the Craven meeting. Quite nice from a tracking trip. He's drawn well here today. I like that he has some, stamina under his belt so far this year. I'm going to use him. I thought the stablemate Ottoman fleet, he's done very nicely unhorsed this season. Actually ran this one last year where he won by 1.25 lengths from a tracking trip, came home clear. Then after that, they were very, what shall I say, with his campaign, they really, took him to the States and really were competitive with him. At a very good place in the Fort Marcy where he was just drifting when he saw the gap in the lane by the for the turf shoot. But he ran his heart out that day. Came back to win the Arlington Stakes at Churchill. Came back and won the Y surprised Anna Churchill and had a decent third behind Carl Spackler in the to send end off the campaign in the 4-star Dave at Saratoga. But his races were good there. Coming here off some decent runs in the UAE, I'll give him a shot here on the ticket. He's probably wouldn't surprise me if you see him end up in a few weeks' time in that full Marcy Aqueduct again. But to recap my selection for the 3 o'clock now, third race from Newmarket's co-feature Group 3 Earl Sefton. Going to take the 1-horse First Conquest, give kudos to the 5-horse Ottoman Fleet, 1-5-6 Tri-Cash Trifecta, 1-5 in the multi-race. Let's head over to the featured fourth race, 3:35 now. Right now, featured fourth race. The featured fourth race, 3:35. It's a local prep race for the 1,000 guineas. Can't speak. It's been a long day. It is the Group 3 Nell Gwyn Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $106,500. Race for 3-year-old fillies. 10 horses are going 1,400 meters of 7 furlongs on the Rolling Mile. I'm going to go take the 1-horse Arabian Dusk as a top selection. 110.9 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 110.9 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection 1-horse Arabian Dusk. 3-0 filly by Vanna Gray. Simon Ned Christopher Train. James Doyle gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came the Group 3 Cheverly Park Stakes in Newmarket. 6 furlongs, 20th of September. And he finished third by 3 1/4 lengths that day. And he was with them early on. Just couldn't quick enough. Lake Victoria really freaked that day. Was the next start winner. This horse I ran her 25-1 odds that day. I think with a slower pace, a little bit quicker ground over the 7, she could get the grip to win. She ran 2 back against a very tough horse in the Pre-Morning at Deauville. 6 furlongs, 18th of August. She finished up by 8 lengths that day, and she was just flat. She never really got into it. It wasn't her day to win against the boys there. And then in the Group 2 Duchess of Cambridge at Newmarket, 6 furlongs over the July course back in July. Won by 3/4 length from the inside. He really came up the hill well and got the job done going away. Finally breaking the maiden and start number 3 there. Still, facing group quality horses. I thought that was a terrific effort. The races before that, in the maiden ranks at Newmarket and Doncaster, those races weren't bad at all. I think refreshing here. This horse could start the season off well. I think the 10-horse Zenzun for Kieran Schumacher and John Day Gosling can win also. Last time out, settled back in November with 7 in a Class 5 maidens fillies race. One by 4 1/4 lengths. She had a bit of a wide trip that day, but she took off clear. That was a very strong run. Prior to that, trainer at Yarmouth on soft ground over the mile in a novice race where she finished third by 1 3/4 lengths that day, and she just couldn't really get there late. Rhapsody, the winner, just wrapped home clear. This horse just wasn't getting into it, but she had a very good place here in August over the July course in that main race over the 7. Back here, she's drawn on the outside poster. I could see her win, and also give a shot to the 9-horse Verse of Love. Was a winner quite nicely by half a dozen here on the over the course and distance back in October. Refreshing her to the 3-year-old campaign. She's bred for the trip through and through with the Sherman on the dam side. Watch out for this horse in a very wide open feature. We'll definitely use this horse in the quad pod here, the second leg. But to recap my selection now for the 3:35, the feature 4th race from Newmarket, Group 3 Nell Gwyn. Going to take the 1-horse Arabian Dusk. Give kudos to the 10-horse Zenzun and the 9-horse Verse of Love. 110.9 Tri-Cash Trifecta. 110.9 also in the quad pod. With that being said, good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.